to Drumchapel St Andrew's virtual church. I hope you're doing okay, and thanks so much for checking in with us today and being part of our church online family. Our theme for today is Lost and Found. During the service, I'd invite you to click on the links for the songs on our Facebook page. It's the post below this one, and you'll be able to find the links for each of the songs that we're doing today, and also for the video we'll be looking at later on. And on our YouTube channel, the links are all in the comments section. You may have to go down a bit under some videos underneath so that you can find the comment section, but all the songs are in there. So welcome along. Our first song for today is Rivers of Babylon. This would be our sharing time right now. So a thought to you for whatever's going on in your life, and know that your church family are there with you. If it's your birthday around now, a really happy birthday to you. Quite incredibly, I managed to get hold of a cloak of invisibility. I have to be quite careful with this, because if I put it down somewhere, then I may never find it again. Wouldn't it be incredible to be able to become invisible? Being invisible could be really helpful at times, but other times, maybe not. Have you ever felt like you're invisible? Maybe like you're not being noticed or you're not being listened to. Sometimes not a big deal, or just how you're feeling in that moment. But it can knock your confidence and how you feel about yourself. I'm thinking that today, maybe what we really need to talk about is a cloak of visibility. Sometimes we need to be seen and heard. We need to make our world as good as it can be, and to inspire other people to shine. In today's Bible story, Jesus is telling his friends to do whatever they can to make life as good as it can be for those around them. That's a pretty good target to aim for. Time to put on the cloak of visibility. Let's do a prayer. God, sometimes it would be amazing to be invisible and think of the things that we'd be able to do. But sometimes being invisible's hard if we feel we're not being noticed or listened to. And maybe today, what we really need is a cloak of visibility. Help us to stand up for what we need to stand up for, to do what's right, even when it's hard, to make our world the best it can be for the people around us. Amen. And our song is When You Believe. Please make yourself a part of our prayer. God, in this moment, I allow myself space. Often the agenda has been set for me before I have any input at all, and I feel caught in the headlights. Today, I recognise that I don't have to hand over the agenda for my life to anyone or anything. in this moment, I step back and breathe. As I breathe in and breathe out, I feel the life in me. I affirm my own value. I let go the doubts about whether I am enough, or good enough, or lovable. Often those doubts come when I lose my love for myself. If I am to love others, I must find a way to love myself. The path ahead isn't always clear. And when I have choices to make, sometimes I make them self-defeating, choosing one path, but allowing it to be overshadowed by another. Today, I make my choices win-win. I know that each path that lies ahead of me is a good path, and that as I follow it, I will discover why I have chosen it. I value those who journey with me, and more than ever in this time of social distance, I appreciate those who are close in my heart. This past week has brought many questions about what valuing others means. It hurts me that in 2020 there are still issues of how people are treated according to their colour, their sexuality, their background, their faith. In my image of the world, there are no divisions, no barriers, no prejudice, just love, affirmation, understanding, inspiration. Our similarities make us strong, but our differences make us stronger. And so today, I hear the call to make my world a better place. I reach out to those who need my care and my light to support them in their journeys. Amen. Our Bible reading for today is from the book of Matthew, and it's chapter 9, verse 35 through 38. Jesus went around visiting all the towns and villages. He taught in the synagogues, preached the good news about the kingdom, and healed people with every kind of disease and sickness. As he saw the crowds, his heart was filled with compassion for them, because they were worried and helpless, like sheep without a shepherd. So he said to his disciples, "The harvest is large, but there are few workers to gather it in. Pray to the owner of the harvest that he will send out workers to gather in the harvest." And a reading which is called Creed. Today, this new day, I am born anew, revitalized and full of energy. In everything I do, I will be all I can be. I am rare and valuable. I am unique in the entire universe. I am nature's greatest miracle in action. I have unlimited potential. I believe in my abilities, attitude, and goals. Today, I see new horizons and push myself to new limits. I use my skills and knowledge every day. I begin the day with a success and end it with a success. I acknowledge my gifts and the things I do well. My goals are being reached every day, and I seek them eagerly. I act positively and happily, fully accepting others and myself. I live life to the full by experiencing life without limits. I embrace life. I approach each day, each task, each challenge with enthusiasm, confidence, and joy. I thirst for knowledge. I will believe in myself and in God every day. There is nothing I cannot face. I will make good choices and do what it takes to make them work out well. I can set goals and see myself reaching them. As I realize my potential, my burden lightens. I smile. Every day, I will become more and more the person I am meant to be. And our next song is Love Divine, All Love's Excelling. There are times in your life journey when you just feel lost. It might be for a moment, or it might be for a longer time. It could be down to something that's happened or something that hasn't happened. A loss, a disappointment, health, lack of direction, momentum, motivation, or for no reason at all. It's okay for a while just to be there. Not forever, but just long enough to find the right path out of it. The right way from lost to found. I think that's the scenario of today's story. Jesus understands, cares, wants to inspire people to find a way through, to discover a sense of hope, of direction, of meaning. When you feel lost, you lose a sense of yourself. You stop loving yourself. It's hard to see a way through. How do you get back to found? I think this is about spiritual, not about religious. It's about finding your space, your balance. It's about loving yourself, believing in yourself. That's where you find God, peace, direction, purpose. We're going to watch a video. It's an advert for Shell, and it's Sebastian Vettel, the Formula One driver. So if you pause me and click on the video link. It's not hard to drive fast. The skill you have to master is how to slow things down. Often our reaction to feeling lost is to run faster, to do more, to try to fill the gap that we're feeling. Instead, we need to slow things down. Breathe deeper. Take a moment to look deep inside. You can run through life too quickly and lose a sense of where you're going. Have you ever done this? You're going to cook something, like not real cook obviously, but putting something in the oven or in the microwave, and you read the instructions on the box and then throw the box in the bin. And then a few minutes later, you've got to get the box back out the bin again to check the instructions. Just me? Actually, I probably do that for other things as well. I'm often not confident that I've got things right. One of the most powerful real life stories that I know is of the dingo, the Australian wild dog. One of the fiercest threats to wildlife in Australia is the bushfire. Animals try to escape from the fire, but with even a slight breeze, fire spreads way quicker than animals can escape. The one animal that has learnt to deal with the fire is the dingo. Instead of running from the fire, the dingo faces it. It waits until the flames are almost on it, and then it runs through the flames to the burnt out land behind the fire. It comes through scorched but safe. In the lost moments of your life journey, sometimes you have to face the flames and go through them. It's a scary place to be, but know that when you do, you will come through safe. When I was doing comedy, I often performed at the Yes Bar in town. There was a door by the side of the stage which had a notice on it. Door must remain closed. I'm thinking, why is it a door? Why not just brick it up? Sometimes, in the lost places in our lives, it feels like the doors must remain closed. But maybe there are other doors you just haven't noticed. Maybe there are doors just waiting to be opened. Lost is a place before a new chapter opens up ahead of you. But there's another truth in this story too. You're not on your own. When you feel lost, you can feel very alone. But there are always people there for you. It is okay to be vulnerable. Vulnerable does not make you weak. It is okay to ask for help. It is a gift to be there for someone else. Jesus talks about the people feeling lost. And then he tells his friends to go out and care for them. Not to tell them what to do, not to tell them what to believe, not to tell them how to fix things, but to care and to journey with them. It is my calling and your calling to share the lights that guide us with the people we meet along the way. A couple of years ago, I was doing a night class at Strathclyde University, and we were up on the 5th floor, and at the end of the class we all came out and we all piled into the lift. And once we were all in the lift, it just didn't move, and the alarm went off because there were too many people in the lift. And so I thought, right, I'll get out. I thought it would be a good thing to do. But obviously, it wasn't going to be me that would make the difference. I thought if I get out and if I do a good thing, then it means maybe a couple of other people will get out as well, and the lift will be able to go down. I stepped out the lift, and immediately the doors closed and it went down. It was me. I was the one person stopping that lift from moving. And I was the one person that allowed it to move. Sometimes it is about you. Sometimes you are that person that can make a difference in your life or in the lives of those around you. The power to change things is in your hands. This is your story to write. Joseph Campbell said, "Follow your bliss, and the universe will open doors for you where there were only walls." Let's do a prayer. God, sometimes it's hard to see the path ahead. And instead of direction, I turn to activity. Today, the secret I will begin to master is how to slow things down. In myself, in this moment, I will find lights for my journey ahead. I will value those who share their lights with me. And I will share my lights with those I meet along the way. Amen. I'd invite you to share a moment for reflection now. The music that we're going to listen to for our moment of reflection is Gayatri Mantra in Oneness by Desert Rose. And our next song is Meet Me a Channel of Your Peace. Thank you so much for accessing our service today. I hope that you will have a good week ahead. Take care. Our closing song is My Everything. And then again, I have linked our closing prayer. May God's blessing surround you today, because this is usually how we share our closing prayer together as our church family. Take care.